People usually imagine intelligence as something you can immediately recognize. Straight A report cards, quick answers in class, an impressive command of words. Being the person who always knows the facts. But modern psychology paints a very different picture. Some of the most intelligent minds don't stand out at all. They move quietly. They feel out of place. And instead of looking impressive, their daily habits often appear unusual, even puzzling to everyone around them. Here's the surprising truth. Those strange behaviors are not weaknesses. They are signals. Quiet indicators of a mind working at a much deeper level. Today, we're exploring several unusual traits that psychologists associate with rare forms of intelligence. And one of them is so puzzling that researchers are still trying to fully understand it. One of the first signs is something most people misunderstand completely. Highly intelligent people often talk to themselves. A lot. Not because they're unfocused, but because their mind is organizing information in real time. Research shows that people with high cognitive ability use self-talk to accelerate problem solving. They think out loud. They rehearse future conversations. They test ideas as they form. To an outsider, it might look odd. Internally, it's structure. Self-talk helps them break down complex thoughts, regulate emotions, strengthen memory, and unlock creativity. Where others see distraction, the brain sees efficiency. Another trait appears in conversations. People with exceptionally high intelligence get bored easily by surface-level talk. Small talk drains them. Predictable exchanges feel empty. They aren't chasing stimulation. They're chasing meaning. This isn't arrogance. It's wiring. Their brain lights up when solving problems, discovering patterns, questioning assumptions, or exploring ideas that don't have simple answers. They connect most deeply with people who challenge how they think, not with those who repeat what's already known. Then there is the trait that surprises psychologists the most. They notice everything. Highly intelligent people often have an intense level of awareness. They detect subtle shifts in tone, micro-expressions that last only a moment, inconsistencies that others gloss over, patterns hidden inside chaos. This constant processing makes them deeply intuitive, sometimes almost unsettlingly accurate. But there is a cost. Their mind rarely goes quiet. A mind that speaks to itself for clarity. A mind that seeks depth over politeness. A mind that experiences the world in higher resolution. These are not eccentric habits. They are signs of a powerful cognitive system. True intelligence is not defined by what you know. It's revealed by how you process reality. Overthinking is often labeled as anxiety, but in gifted minds, it serves a very different role. Highly intelligent people overanalyze because they naturally see multiple outcomes at once. One decision branches into 10 possibilities. Risks appear where others see simplicity. Consequences ripple far into the future. This isn't fear. It's pattern recognition pushed to its limit. Their mind becomes a simulator, constantly running scenarios most people never imagine. It's mentally exhausting, but incredibly precise. That inner intensity shapes how they live. Highly intelligent people don't need crowds. They need depth. They tend to keep their social circles small, choosing one meaningful relationship over many casual ones. One honest conversation over endless surface interaction. They often choose solitude over forced socializing. Not because they dislike people, but because they understand energy. They know who inspires them and who drains them. And they protect that energy without apology. So what happens when that energy is protected? It turns inward. What looks like daydreaming is often intense internal work. Highly intelligent people spend a lot of time in their own mental worlds, not to escape reality, but to build within it. They imagine solutions, they design systems, they explore possibilities. Neuroscience supports this, showing that mind-wandering activates the same brain networks responsible for creativity, innovation, and long-term planning. When they stare into space, their mind is often doing its most important work. This inner world is fueled by an unstoppable need to understand the outer one. Rules, traditions, beliefs, expectations. Highly intelligent individuals rarely accept things at face value. They need reasons. They need logic. They need truth without filters. This questioning nature makes them powerful thinkers and innovators. But it can also isolate them in environments that reward obedience over curiosity. They are not rebelling for attention. They are trying to understand how things truly work. All of these traits connect. The overthinking, the small social circle, the mind wandering, the constant questioning. Together, they point to a mind that refuses to slow down, refuses to settle for shallow answers, and refuses to operate on autopilot. People with extremely high intelligence experience the world differently because their brains are tuned for depth, patterns, clarity, and meaning. Their habits may confuse others, but they are unmistakable fingerprints of a rare cognitive design. If you recognize yourself in this, psychologists may describe you as part of the silent gifted, the ones who don't announce their intelligence, who don't feel the need to prove it, whose brilliance exists quietly beneath the surface. Because real intelligence isn't loud. It isn't flashy. It isn't always rewarded. It's subtle. It's unconventional. It's deeply misunderstood. And sometimes, to the outside world, it just looks weird.